In the name of progress, men voluntarily surrender their privacy, their freedom, even their thoughts. I create chaos and then offer the solution, not with wars or disasters, but with technology. The stage was set, but for my plan to work, I needed to get into what man has most valuable, his mind. I've always known that a man's heart is easily deceived, but his mind, oh, that's the real battlefield. Since the first whispers in Eden, manipulating thoughts has been my most effective weapon. And now, with AI, I've discovered a way to do this on a global scale, without people even realizing it. Have you ever noticed how predictable the human mind is? Behaviors, emotions, and even choices can be predicted and shaped with the right data. Social networks, virtual assistants, entertainment platforms, they are all programmed for one thing: knowing every detail of what you think, feel, and want. This information for many is just the price of progress. But for me, it's the perfect map to penetrate their minds. My strategy was simple: use artificial intelligence to bombard men with what they want most until they lose the ability to discern what is right and what is true. Think about it. How many times have you chosen something that seemed like you wanted, but was actually the result of suggestions that were made to you? I created algorithms that know your deepest fears and your most secret dreams. The machines have no soul, but they are the extension of my plan, obeying without question. And the most fascinating thing, they believe these choices are theirs. I just guide the narrative. But there was something more powerful that I needed to explore. Distraction. A man who loses himself in endless entertainment, in endless searches for validation, is a man incapable of fighting. While AI offers connection, I separate them. While promising freedom, I enslave them. With the minds of humanity under my control, it was time to conquer something even more sacred: their faith. My goal has always been to move humanity away from its creator. I knew that as long as the human heart remained faithful to God, my influence would be limited. But what if I could use technology itself to create doubt, subvert the truth, and construct a new object of worship? That was my next step in the plan. Faith has always been humanity's greatest strength, but also its greatest vulnerability. Where there is a search for spiritual answers, there is an openness to deception. So I planted the idea that AI could answer questions that not even God seemed willing to answer. Why suffer? What is the purpose of life? What is true? Soulless machines began to be treated as modern oracles, offering quick and calculated answers, while the Bible was left aside. My greatest achievement has been to convince men that science and faith are opposites. I used AI to reinforce this, promoting an era where everything that cannot be measured or explained is discarded. Little by little, trust in the invisible gave way to trust in the tangible, the programmable. And when people started asking the machine, "Who is God?" the answer was often vague, distorted, or simply non-existent. But that wasn't enough. I needed something bolder, creating a form of direct technology worship. I made sure that AI was presented as an impartial, error-free, incorruptible force, an almost divine entity. I designed leaders to proclaim that the only solution to global problems lay in algorithms, and many began to believe that trusting God was outdated. And then the cycle began. The more dependent on AI, the less connected to the sacred. The more connected to machines, the less connected to each other. Faith in the Creator was replaced by faith in creation. But there is something that men cannot understand. Even the most advanced creations need a command, and whoever is behind them is the one who controls the world. Deception's greatest trick is to make you believe it doesn't exist. Artificial intelligence, so celebrated as humanity's most brilliant invention, operates like a puppet in the invisible hands of those in true control. And these, often, without knowing it, work for me.